Alright guys, there's a few changes, so I'm actually going to make a video because to me some of these changes are big enough that it's worth going ahead and mentioning some of this stuff. And this is, a lot of people already should know about this, but in case you don't, this will be some good information. And we'll start right here with the Rarity bonus reroll system. Now, let's say first off, this is on the test server. So any of this is subject to change, and I don't know exactly when any of this is actually going to occur. But it's still definitely worth mentioning. So just it may or may not happen, or there's no telling when it will happen. Just remember that. So we have the Rarity bonus reroll system, which is says right there, allows players to reroll one of their Rarity tier bonuses for an ArcForge cost. Of course, it's going to be that way. And it will be in the salvage matrix. And it says here that once you've selected a Rarity tier to reroll, the item will be locked to that tier, and you'll only be able to reroll that tier going forward. So I'm assuming that means that once you reroll a certain, like your purple roll, that will be the only roll you'll ever be allowed to reroll on that weapon after that. So, but we'll look at that PTS and actually see what happens there. Private instances. Some people are upset about this, and I honestly do not see any reason to be upset about this. You'll be able to call down a minor or a major arc break, and it is going to cost you hunter requisitions, and you can make it to where it's private or public or however you choose for it to be, and invite kind of who you want to invite. Now, some people are upset about it, but honestly, there's no reason to be, because arc breaks are still going to happen. You'll still be able to go to a War Master, lay down the spikes, and everybody can get in and everything. This is just a little side note thing. It's just a little side thing you can do, so to me, it's not that big a deal. Epic bonuses, they are going to change the epic bonuses, which is your purple roll, and they're going to make it to where they're better. They're going to get rid of some of the crappy ones that nobody wants to see, as in 15% grenade damage. We all hate that roll. So if you like that roll, then you definitely throw grenades. So they're going to be changing those up, getting rid of some of the bad ones and giving us a few good ones. Conflict sites, Sutro Tower. It's basically saying you're not going to be able to farm it. K-Tam Power, you're not going to be able to farm it. I have shown you how to do K-Tam in a way to get keys, which is just to do it over and over again. But there was another way that I knew of that you could just sit there, and a lot of people would get together and do it. And you could just sit there and hit the button, enemies would spawn, somebody would kill them, hit the button, enemies would spawn, somebody would kill them, and you just did that over and over and over again. It was real easy to do with friends and stuff to get you a good score and everything. So I can kind of almost see that one. Sutro Tower, my best guess is now that they are going to get rid of that, because technically if you're going to go farm script, you would go buy a weapon from someone rather than maybe buying something out of the store. It's my best guess. I've noticed that ever since Trick left, this has become a priority. I'm going to assume for low carb. He took over for Trick as the creative lead, and we have seen a lot of this type of nerfing going on, nerfing the sites so that they could not be farmed. I think Trick may have understood the MMO aspect and that people were going to farm, and maybe he didn't worry about it that much. Like Big Stone Reach, I kind of understood that Big Stone Reach was a very, very good payout, and I could almost see that one. The Sutro Tower is just going a little bit overboard, and the best I can guess is that this is on low carb. Ever since he took over, the nerfs have been happening, and actually ever since he took over, it's been more nerfs and less server stability. So something isn't being done right somewhere, in my personal opinion. So it's not necessarily an attack, it's just, you know, none of these sites were nerfed when Trick was the lead, and now that low carb is, we're just seeing nerf, nerf, nerf. So he seems to be focusing in on making the money more than Trick may have been, which may have been why Trick exited. Not that I have any clue what happened there. And there's bug fixes. Maybe they'll fix the mini-map. They still haven't fixed it for the War Master, but we'll see if they get that. Hopefully the mini-map thing will get fixed, because it kind of stinks to go in and not be able to see your score or your mini-map or anything, and having to hit start or back or something to get it to pop back up. Fixed a bunch of mods that weren't working correctly. Fixed some cyber chips that weren't working correctly necessarily, and they've made it to where the North Star, Flare, and Blaze will be able to get explosive weapon masteries. And I'm not 100% sure about this, but on the expeditions, it said bosses for expeditions now drop loot via war chests. I don't know if that means that there'll be something you go grab, or that will just drop into your inventory. And that's because the loot only stays on the ground for so long. And if there's still 200 tons of enemies coming at you, you may not be able to get your loot. So hopefully it's something like that where it just drops right into your inventory. Where it is lovely to see it on the ground, it sucks when you have to die or something like that trying to get to it. So that would be kind of nice. I guess there were some enemies in the boss encounters they weren't happy with on the Heaven Sent, and they're adjusting where they'll be spawning or hanging out, I guess. Improved enemy paths and room flows. Some of those rooms could have used a little bit of better flow. And the enemy's paths, hopefully that means that they're not just going to run from one green stem to the other just trying to get the powers to kill you nonstop, because that's highly annoying. Hario, however you say it, Enforcers and Heaven Sent now come in both electric and siphon. I think it seems like they were mainly siphon. I'm not 100% sure, so that's kind of irrelevant to me right there. And they're making it to where the voice comes through a radio in Heaven Sent now, so that you can actually hear him, I'm guessing. So, and there's some text on some stuff and everything. So that's pretty much the notes there. Plus, if we'll peek over here, they've added some supreme weapons. And now I'll have to hop on to see. This says right now only this right here, the Soul's Prominence, are the only ones that seem to be working, is what this person is saying. So, but basically, Supreme would be adding yet one more role. So technically, no longer will Legendary be the top. Supreme would be the top, but it's going to cost you. You won't get a Supreme drop, is what I'm guessing. It's going to cost you Arc Forge to do that. But we'll hop on. Once again, I'll hop on PTS and I'll have a look at that and see what's going on there too. So I don't really know. But those are some of the changes that are going to be coming, and I'm sure those Supreme weapons are going to be highly loved with an extra roll on them. But we'll see what we have going on there. See how this exactly is going to work. And I'll pop over there and have a look, and we'll see what's going on. Okay, we are on PTS, and I bought some boxes because what somebody had said was that to upgrade the Rarity to the new Rarity, it right now only seemed to be working on Legendaries pulled from the Bit Store boxes. So I just got this Ranger out of that box, and you see one of the new purple shields right there, the plus 5% shield damage. So that's kind of a cool. I like that. That's so much better than grenade damage. But I'm not 100% sure because this looks kind of iffy to me. But you see the upgrade Rarity. Well, look at here at 20%. So you want to bump it up, and they have to add another 200 Arc Forge, 400 Arc Forge. So it looks like maybe there's only a % chance. And if we go all the way up to 100, oh my, this gets, look at this. There you go, 100% chance, 8,800 Arc Forge. Holy crap, that is a lot of Arc Forge. That is ridiculous. So I don't know exactly how all that's, if that's supposed to be like that. But I mean, none of these prices are 100% yet. But it costs you one Arc Forge for a 20% chance, and we're gonna give it a shot just to see. Which kind of, you wish there was something that popped up and said success or something like that, but that doesn't pop up. So you have to go all the way back down to wherever that weapon was to see if it was successful. And it looks like that one was not. So that's going to be the thing, is I guess you can just continue to try it. Let's see if we can't up our percentage of chances. We'll go up to a 40%, and we'll see if that actually works. So, and we'll go back down to that gun, which was right there, and it's still legendary, so it still doesn't work. So it's either that my percentages aren't hitting or whatever. So we're not getting this to the new Rarity, and I'm guessing it's because of this percentage of a chance, which I really don't like. I mean, I would rather sit there and spam my 20% chance at one than have spent 1,000 at that 40% chance. That is very, very high Arc Forge cost for that percentage of a chance. So hopefully that price will change. Like I said, that's not set. And you see, it's not that new color, so that's telling me right off the bat that it definitely didn't do anything. So I'm assuming that you can continue to try the weapon, because it says locked, which normally means you can't do anything, which might be the problem. But I assure you, if I back out of the screen, it's charging me for every bit of that Arc Forge. So no matter what I do here, it's just probably not going to work because it's locked. I see the red locked, and it's like it's telling me, hey, you're locked, you can't do this. So I haven't successfully been able to take anything and upgrade it. So that's just not working right now. And only the Sovereign is even offering me the opportunity. See the upgrade rarity? Only the Sovereign weapons are even offering that to me. See how this is the color we would see. Instead of this orange color, it's kind of a, I don't know, kind of a yellowish, goldish type of color. Maybe it's supposed to be gold, so we'll see. But I don't expect that to work because it had been mentioned that it wasn't working. And you'll see, yeah, it's still orange. So I don't expect to see that working at all. All you know is it will give you one more roll beyond the legendary roll. And I'm assuming a little bit more of a damage boost. So we're probably not going to be able to see that. But what you can do is you can change your rarity tier bonus. And it costs different things. So I don't like accuracy because that's one of the few bad rolls I would say on this gun. Because I like the recoil there and I like a reload there. So, and what I'm noticing is no matter what I do, I cannot make an epic roll change. So the epic roll thing is still messed up. So this is all still, I don't expect to be seeing this anytime soon because it's still in the works. So we want to do that. So we'll click on that a couple times. And it's telling me right here, that's the roll we're trying to get rid of. Yes, we'll do that. And we'll go back to it. And you'll see now it's a crit roll. It's the only thing it changed on the gun. It didn't move any of the other rolls around. It just simply gave me a crit roll instead of the accuracy roll. And hell, the accuracy was probably better. I don't know. I think it may be a 1. Was it a 1.9 or is it a 2? I can't remember, but 1.05 crit doesn't make much of a difference. But you do see it changed it. So now if everything is the way it's supposed to be, none of these rolls should be able to change now. So let's bring it back up. Let's see if we can't change something. Hate to mess that up. We'll go with the rare roll, see if we can't mess that up accidentally. I should not be able to change that reload roll from the way I read it. And go back to the gun. It did change it. So they're making it sound like once you've re-rolled the one, you wouldn't be able to do another. And there it is. Reload went to damage on this. So that apparently didn't lock it like I thought it did. Which, to an extent, isn't bad if you want to change a lot of things. That wouldn't be a bad thing. So I've changed 2 rolls on this gun. And I can take damage. Most people would take damage over that. So that's nothing to complain about. But that's how we'll do it. We'll be able to change the rolls on our weapons like that. Like I said, the purple roll just doesn't seem to be working. I've tried it on some other things, but it hasn't worked. And I've tried it on the Soul's Prominence. So let's see, it's 10% ego. You really hate to reset that because that's perfectly fine. But let's go ahead and this is the test server. And that's what we're doing. We're testing, right? So go back down to it and still didn't change it. So see, I've yet to successfully be able to do anything. I think I'd even tried it on this Wolfhound here. The 15% damage on next grenade. I tried to, let's see, change rarity tier bonus, the epic. Because it's where it was before. Start action. Yes. Bring it back up. Go back down to the Wolfhound. Click on it. And you see it's still 15% damage on next grenade. So I have not on any gun anyhow been able to get that purple roll to change. Now, not just on I've been able to get some other things too to change too, not just on Soul's Prominence. Now, here's one thing. If you have an old roll gun, this will not work. You won't be able to change any of these rolls anyhow. If you try to do it, it'll act like it's going to reset your mastery instead of the roll. So an old rolled weapon will not work at all. So your double crit or double damage or triple crit, triple damage weapons, those you're not going to be able to change at all. So let's see. Let's go up here. There, I just got a pistol, a blaster, and it's Spinal Tap. So actually, that is not a bad roll for it, but change a rarity tier bonus. I'd like to see a mag, actually. So, legendary. I'd love to see a mag right there. And, let's see what it gave us on that one, just so I can show you that it is It is working. So we went from recoil to a fire rate on a fast firing pistol. So that's not exactly a bad roll either with the 1.8 mag. You see another one of those 5% armor penetration. It's another one of those new purple rolls they've put in there. So I wish it would change the purple rolls, but this is all on the test server, so nothing's set in stone. So you can see they're making it to where you can change the rolls and everything, and it will cost you ArcForge. And it should be, I'll click on it so you can see, change the rarity. You see it cost, for the legendary roll, it was 75. Well, it might be that costs just to change any roll, 75. But like, it could change. They may make it to where it's independent. Each one may cost a certain amount. They've already said that none of this is set in stone yet, so don't think it will definitely cost you this much to do it. I still wish I could have set it up to where it was shown in a Supreme weapon, but there's nothing I can do. If they're not going to upgrade, they're not going to upgrade. I just don't have enough ArcForge to make it 100% so that it would work. And that one was the only one. Where'd you that right there? Still the only thing I had gotten. We're going to try this one more time. We're going to try to upgrade the rarity one more time, just so we can see. I still don't expect it to work, but it's the only one I've gotten that was the legendary from the Bit Store box. And no, you see it's still the same color, so we're still sitting on legendary. But anyways, we're going to leave out of here, and we'll see how this ArcForge just draining down. So we've got to see the new, so you've seen some of the new purple ones. You've seen changing some of the rolls and everything. Now I wanted to show you the instance. Look at all those ones dropping from that and even though it's not successful, whether it works or not, it still charges me for the ArcForge. Even the purple roll, when you try to change a purple roll right now and it's not working, it's still charging the ArcForge. But this is on, again, the test server, so it's not like it's actually charging me for anything. And here it is, right here on Alcatraz. You can enter the arcfall. And you can click on those. And I can see, I can hit join a public match, or I can create a private one that will cost me 300 requisitions, which is what I just hit. But I didn't select for it to invite anybody because I'm on the test server. And there we go. We've created one of our own. I'm not running forward to activate anybody because I will not win this fight. It's at threat level 10, and I am just going to get demolished no matter what I'm using here. So, it doesn't matter how good your weapons are sometimes. You're not facing this at threat level 10 alone. But there you go. We made a private match. I thought it would let me pick between the War Master or not War Master, you know, whether I wanted a minor or a major, but I guess not. And this is going to be a War Master, I can already tell that. But there we go. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to leave matchmaking. Started to worry me that it locked up. It took such a long time to load into that. But there you go. That's a couple of things that are on the test server. It's the test server. Some of it you saw is not working. You got to see a couple of the good purple rolls. It's nice. They do have the of course the thing that's going to cost money right there. That definitely worked. The hunter requisitions. I don't have anything against that. I think 300 requisitions to start your own private one is not bad because this is not necessary. It only costs the person who's starting it. It doesn't cost anybody he invites to join in. So that, to me, that's not a bad little thing. People wanted private, you know, things so that they didn't have people shooting locks or starting earlier than they wanted to, and they made them for them. It's just going to cost you a little bit. So it's not too shabby. It's not bad to me at all. Just a few of the other things that I've already covered do, but hopefully they'll get some of this roll stuff figured out and everything. But yeah, I just wanted to, you know, I haven't made anything, and I thought when there was a significant change, I would try to update you guys on what might be coming. None of this is written in stone. If it's on the test server, nothing is written in stone. It's just good stuff that should be coming our way. But I'm not hopping back onto Defiance right now. There's still stuff here that's got me kind of unhappy that were in these notes that just I didn't see any point in, but are still going to happen. Maybe it's just, like I said, maybe it's just the way the new management is running things. So now I had ended the video right there, but I kept tinkering, trying to upgrade the rarity to get that supreme rarity, and I remembered I did get this assault rifle from a lockbox, bit lockbox and everything. So I finally got it to work, and I wanted to show you. See, it's a different color there and everything. So now this gun has, I'll click on it again. This gun does have the extra roll. And I wasn't sure if we could only get mag rolls since it's kind of what I had seen before. So I decided to tinker with it more and see if I could change the rolls on it and everything. And you can. I actually changed the there you go. You see the Supreme. I actually changed it, and you see how much it costs. It's not that bad, but we'll see. I mean, it could be a lot. I don't know. We'll see what's going to happen with the Arcforge amounts when they actually get to them. So, and it wasn't, it gave me a reload roll, which was, not bad. A 0.6 reload puts that thing down pretty nice. But of course, I wanted to see what the damage was going to be, and the Supreme damage is a 1.15 damage. So, yeah, because that's what I'm going to get on the very next one. Because we're going to keep trying for that, yeah. We wanted to get damage because 1.15 fire rate with 1.15 damage is very, very nice. And I'm going to say they're fixing to, at least in Silicon Valley, upgrade how hard the game is going to be. And it almost seems like you're going to need that extra roll, that extra bit of oomph you can get out of something, because it's going to be a little bit difficult, at least there. Hopefully it is just in Silicon Valley, which is all I really heard them say when they said it in the live stream, was just Silicon Valley. So there you go. Actually got a weapon to be Supreme. It's pretty darn nice now. That's definitely nothing to gripe about at all. So we'll cut it off here. Finally got one to Supreme. That's going to be a lot of the new stuff that may be coming. We'll see. It's on the test server for now. And we will catch you guys later.